I heard people say, like, do they have a real estate portfolio?
Right.
Do they have a do they have a investment portfolio?
Have all this and be living
I've heard
in an apartment, like, and that's fine. You know what I mean? But that's to each.
All right, I heard
I feel like
I heard you
everybody
can't be a high value man as a married man.
Okay, I heard that too.
Because you don't have options of women.
Yeah.
So, like,
and I think the man that says that is stuck in the 20 to 30-year-old range. He's stuck. He's almost like, he hasn't grown.
One thing that I could say, I don't even know why you even put that in there, right?
What?
I don't think sleeping with a bunch of women has ever done anything positive for dudes.
Come on, man. You get props for that.
What kind of props, though?
You get props from the women. Women like men who get women, and men admire men who get women. Everybody, when you're younger and you're good with women, everybody likes you. Like,
things that have value, they appreciate with time, right? So if somebody was from when y'all was young, 17, 18, 19, 20, 25, he was getting mad chicks.
Yeah.
And then y'all 40.
Yeah.
45 or something like that. And then that's all he did.
Right.
He ain't got no money like that. He ain't really accomplished shit in life. But he gets chicks.
Right.
That's valuable to you?
Not anymore. That was valuable in your 20s.
So it was never 30. Valuable. You understand what I'm saying?
Not everything.
If it diminishes over time, does it really have value? It loses value over time.
The value is set by the market, though, Ron. Like, we all know that.
I don't know too many 40-plus-year-old men that say, yo. And they be like, sit down with a nigga that's like a dude that's don't really got shit going on, and be like, but he used to smash mad chicks. And it's like, I got mad respect for him just because he smashed mad chicks. You understand what I'm saying?
No, you talk about that in his heyday, like that's the Al Bundy moment now. Like, that's something that you and your friends could reminisce on. Your homie got busy, you know what I mean? But if he's stuck there, it's like, same way we'll talk about, like, homie had a great jump shot. He had the best jump shot I ever seen. But at 40, what's that jump shot worth anymore? It's nothing. Like,
nothing.
You're at the YMCA, still shooting that same jump shot. It's still water. It's not doing anything for you.
But you hinged
that's what your world was.
You hinge who somebody is on that, though.
Your world was that at that age, but your world gets bigger. The older you get as a man, the wider your world gets, and it's a sad thing to say, but you have to keep up with other men. You have to keep up with what other people are doing. You have to hit certain bars. I don't think we all know that.
I don't think in that category it doesn't add any value. Most of the other characteristics that you said, they're good when you're young, and they're good when you're older. They don't diminish. They don't lose value.
Okay.
Right? So hence high value or higher value, like if you make money when you're a teenager and when you're 20 and you're 30, that's good. That's going to be good whether you're 50, 40, 50, 60, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you have a network of people that are connected or whatever, if you're 17, 27, 37, 47, that's beneficial.
Absolutely.
Right? If I don't know what the other characteristics are. A lot of them, like, they're beneficial as time goes by. They don't diminish, right? So
visibility,
you saying
utility, strong network, group acceptance, consistent success, making money.
Yeah, that all that appreciates with time. As you get older, people gonna give you your pats on the back.
Yeah,
and it's gonna have value at that moment too.
So what did you say doesn't hold any value? What?
How many chicks you sleep with? Because you said when you're young, that's what matters. That's what matters.
Okay,
how many chicks you
when you're young, that means that you're good with women, right? So if you're good with women, couldn't you stay married to your wife longer? Because you're good with her, because you understand it and you could understand what makes a woman happy.
Somebody that's somebody that slept with a lot of women doesn't mean they're good with women.
Being good with women should be conducive to having a long-term relationship, right? With a woman, right?
I know.
Should translate.
I know people that sleep with a lot of women that can't keep a long-term keep a relationship.
They stayed in the pool too long, man. They stayed in the game too long. You got to be able to outgrow childish things. You got to know when to get out of the game, and that's part of being a high value man. You can't stay stuck in a role for too long. I think it's aspirational. I think the whole high value man thing kept in a certain context and is not looked at as a childish thing.
That's why you shouldn't even put a list on teenagers. It shouldn't even be a list put on teenagers or whatever, what you do as a young man, right? Mm-hmm. I think it's only supposed to be put on men that are men of a certain age, right?
Yeah.
And before you get to that point, you should be aspiring to be that, right?
Yeah.
And I don't think there's nothing wrong with aspiring to it. But
if you see yourself lacking in something, like if someone's listening to this and be like, yo, I check all these boxes, but yo, I am kind of a lone wolf. I do need to go out there and, find a community, of high value men. It is important. It's important to bounce ideas off of other men, and it's important to have a community.
I just don't think it's a lot.
Utility, because you could be a high value man and be out for Delph.
Yeah.
And you're useless, because if you can't be used, you're useless. You know what I mean? So
other people would say, that's the thing. Other people would say differently. No. If you just check that box and you make bread, it don't matter. You don't got to help nobody.
Right.
They expect you to be selfish because, that nigga get money, so he all about Delph. And, I respect you because of that.
He a cheap-ass nigga. Like, everybody like, nigga don't never show no love.
Yeah. There has to be some type of consistency. First of all, I don't, I think it might do more detriment or more hurt than helps men.
Okay. Elaborate.
Because there's a lot of men that don't check those boxes.
So they're intimidated by it, and then they kind of
gotta be intimidated.
No, I don't know. So you said if you don't check those boxes, you don't want to hit those boxes, or what? Why is it detrimental?
Because there are a lot of men that are good men out there that they don't check those boxes.
Yeah.
And it's like, and it's like, all right, am I shit if I don't check the, you know what I mean?
No,
I'm a good dude, but I provide for my family or whatever like that, but I don't make $120. You understand what I'm saying? Right. Like, it's dudes out there that's like, I don't make that type of money, but so I'm not high value.
Everything's on the scale, dog. Like, you make what you make, you do what you got to do.
Yeah,
but
all right,
this is one person's list.
But if society is telling me, all right, I'm below the mark, I don't make the mark, what am I supposed to do with that?
Hustle harder, dog. Find a side hustle. Work at a craft. Work at what you love. If you have a job, that's the day job. Work at your passion more. You know what I mean? You see,
what?
You be talking like that, but we're here for like 5 years on Friday working at this shit. It's like, yo, you be giving advice to niggas that you don't really be kicking yourself. You working at your craft. You working at being better.
Bro.
You can tell them what to do.
I'm not.
You don't want to tell them what to do. Why you don't want to tell them what to do?
No, because I have empathy. Right, I don't have to be going through what somebody's going through to feel what they're going through.
You coddling them niggas.
No, I'm not. Yo, this is the advice I would give to dudes. Right? If you happy, fuck all that bullshit.
Happy?
If you're happy with your life and you're happy with the money that you make, you happy with your friends, you happy with whatever those other lists are.
Happy with your friends. If you happy, let me just say I'm sorry to cut you off, but I want to dissect what you're saying while you're saying it. You said you're happy with your friends. If you're happy with your friends, but your friends aren't helping you grow, you should just stay with those friends. Like, you shouldn't cut maybe one or two of those friends off. If you're 40 years old and you still get in the fights, you know what I mean? And you still going out, you know what I mean? Like,
you always go extreme.
I'm just saying, yo.
This dude always want to go extreme, right? Let's talk about the dude that's, you know what? We sit here, right? And people don't know this, but after the show, we might have a conversation about starting a new business or something like that.
Right.
If a dude and his group of friends, they just want to chill, they worked all week,
yeah,
and they don't want to keep running their minds about the next move and this, that, and the third, yo, I respect that. Now, am I that guy? I'm not that guy. But I could respect the guy that's like, yo, I work my hours. I'm happy with my bread. Came home, my house is good.
Yeah.
Everybody's good. I'm fine with that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Don't let somebody put some shit in front of you and you be like, you're not this, and then makes you feel bad about who you are. If you're already happy, I'm already happy. Then the shit comes out and I'm unhappy about my life.
You should be uncomfortable. Like not unhappy.
No. Why should I be uncomfortable? Because somebody made a term and I don't fit it.
Yeah, because GB said to be uncomfortable. Now, yeah, you should be uncomfortable, yo. Being uncomfortable helps you grow. Men should be uncomfortable every once in a while. Yo, when you get up under that bar and you feel that shit is like a little too heavy, you put the 2 plates on it and you like, yo, maybe, you know what I mean? And you get it up one time and you like, yo, I don't know if I get up a second time. And your spot is like, yo, you got it. I'm not even touching it. Yo, you uncomfortable. Being uncomfortable helps you grow.
I feel
Men are supposed to be uncomfortable. Men are supposed to challenge themselves. If you're running and you're tired, run a little more. You know what I mean? Yo, if the stairs are, if the elevator is broken, you're gonna sit there or you're gonna go up those 2-3 flights of stairs and be a little uncomfortable. What are you gonna do? Just lay down and die? This is America, man. It's the land of capitalism, dog. Niggas are fucking dying to get here. People are dying to get here. People are leaving their families in other countries, and they're gonna pass y'all. They're gonna pass the dude that stays comfortable. They're gonna pass you. That's why black people are in the bottom. Black men are in the bottom percentage of earnings. We are 13%. We're on the bottom of
it's
niggas
mad,
just want to be comfortable.
It's mad
niggas
people
want to work
their
fucking 40 hours and just be comfortable, and you're gonna let Juan,
What's
Pablo,
wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
Whatever, come over here and they're gonna lap you, yo. They're gonna pass you. You don't want to have nothing for your babies.